Don't look now, but the New York Jets have won 2 games in a row, baby. Oh, yeah. State of Ohio, suck it. And we've got a lot coming for you here on a Victory Monday. Jets, quarterback change, and more. Boy Green Daily, let's go.
I'm going to lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Leston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcasts. Let's go. Make sure you like the video, hit subscribe as you're heading on in. Get comfy. Actually, before we get started, I know we got a topic and things to get to. Could someone remind me what time it is? Anyone? Anyone out there? Time check? Time check. Oh, that's right. It's a Victory Monday.
Who wanna fly with the Jets?
I love that. That's AG's new thing, by the way. Who wants to fly with them fucking Jets? Oh, yeah. Let's get that going after wins. I love it. Second straight win. Ohio, the state of Ohio, F you, buddy. Cincinnati Bengals, get out of here. Cleveland Browns, get the hell out of here. And the Jets have won 2 in a row. The vibes are immaculate, as they should be. Folks, EC said it on our call yesterday in the postgame show. Man, winning is just more fun. And it is. These Victory Mondays are so sweet. And it feels so damn good. Again, guys, make sure you guys like the video. Hit subscribe as we head on in. And Victory Mondays are awesome. And they're pretty cool. For sure. But, folks, we need to have an uncomfortable conversation. We do. About Justin Fields. The Jets won their second straight game. They had a bye week sandwiched in between. And it was cool. Historic, right? 2 return touchdowns. Isaiah Williams, punt return to the house. 74 yards. That's for you, Nick Mangold. 7-4. Love you, brother. Kene Nguanu, 99 yards to the house. Hey, now. Kick return touchdown. Punt return touchdown. Breece Hall, crazy screenplay, dynamic. The Jets won in spite of their quarterback yesterday, though. They won in spite of him. Yeah, we actually have the stats to back that up. Let's go to our article that we have in the YouTube description down below as well. Here's this nugget. Shout out to Rich Samini for this. The Jets finished with 42 net passing yards. That's the fewest by any team in a win since Week 18 of the 2022 season when Carolina Panthers accomplished that feat. Justin Fields was 6 for 11, 54 yards, completed only 2 passes beyond the line of scrimmage. Folks, that's a tough one. That's tough. And here's more about it. Like, okay, 54 total net passing yards. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. 42, excuse me. I misspoke. 42 net passing yards is not good. He had 54 total yards. I'll explain what the net passing yards means and how you calculate that. But 42 net passing yards is not good. That's awful, actually. But the Jets won the game, right? And 42 net passing yards isn't good, but it's actually worse than that, right? So at the beginning of the fourth quarter, Justin Fields hits Breece Hall for a screen, and Breece Hall does all the work and dashes to the end zone for a touchdown. Right? If you take away that screen, that Justin Fields, it's not like Justin Fields had some dynamic read or dynamic this. I mean, he got the ball to Breece Hall. That's an important factor. But it's not like he read a defense, fit a ball in a tight window or anything like that. Breece Hall did most of the work. If you take away that screenplay from Breece Hall, which went 42 yards to the house, did you know that Justin Fields would have had 12 passing yards in this game? 12. That's bad. But actually, it's worse because if you take away that screenplay, which again, that's the best play of the game, but we could do that. We take away that screenplay. Justin Fields total net passing yards for this game yesterday would have been 0. What? 0? Nothing? Yes, as a matter of fact. For those who don't know how it's calculated, let me explain. Total net passing yards takes your passing yards you got in the game and subtracts the yardage lost from sacks. Justin Fields was sacked yesterday 3 times for a loss of 12 yards. Justin Fields had 54 yards in the game. 42 of those came on Breece Hall. You take those away, he has 12. But he lost 12 yards in sacks. He only had 12 passing yards, i.e. the math, beep, boop, bap. 0 net passing yards if you take away that screen. Good Lord. I mean, it's impressive that the Jets were able to win that game. Despite that, the special team scored over half of the points for the New York Jets. Impressive. But while normally when you're on a 2-game winning streak, you're not thinking about quarterback change, I think it's time to make a quarterback change, man. I think it's time to make a quarterback change. Now, here it is. Now, for the people in the audience, I know there's several of you out there, let Brady cook. I don't think this is the week for that. Why? Well, we're enjoying Victory Monday right now, but we're going to immediately have to turn the page to play the New England Patriots on Thursday Night Football. It's the last primetime game of the year for the Jets. The Patriots are on a 7-game winning streak. They're 8-2. They're hosting the New York Jets on Thursday night. There's not enough time for the Jets to make a Brady Cook change. That would just be too dramatic. He's on the practice squad. They're not pulling that lever. They're not pushing that button for a while. But Tyrod Taylor? Now, I don't think Tyrod Taylor is great, candidly. But, I mean, it's got to be better than this. And here's the thing. It's not just a 1-game sample size here for Justin. I wish it was. But if you look at the Justin Fields picture from this season, if you look at the picture, his best games appear to be outliers. Week 1 against Pittsburgh, terrific. But then he followed it up with 27 passing yards against Buffalo. Again, the Buffalo Bills' backup quarterback, after Michael Clemens punched Josh Allen in the face, thanks for that, Michael, their backup quarterback on 1 pass had more passing yards than Justin Fields had in the entire game. There's the Week 2 game, which was awful. There was -10 net passing yards against Denver. He's just had so many awful, disgusting games that it's a pattern, folks. It's a pattern. Justin Fields stinks. What's good to know is at least he's not the quarterback, right? I told you at the beginning of the season, one of the top questions the Jets needed to answer this season with conviction, is Justin Fields the guy or is he not the guy? The worst possible case is the Jets are hovering at some record like 7-10 or 8-9, and they were like, maybe he's the guy, but we don't know. Like, that would be terrible. Well, we know he ain't the guy. He ain't the guy. Justin Fields stinks. So AG's got to make a change. On a short week, again, he can't go to Brady Cook. But Tyrod Taylor, again, he has to be better than this. He has to be better. It just has to be better than this. And here's another thing, right? So I gave you all those statistics, and all those statistics are true. If you take away the screenplay, they had the lowest net passing yards of a team that won a game in 3 years. Like, all that's true. But here's another damning statistic. Garrett Wilson didn't have a catch yesterday. He didn't have 1 catch. Not 1. Do you want to know how many times that's happened in Garrett Wilson's history? 0. Up until yesterday, of course. That's the first game in Garrett Wilson's career that he didn't have a single catch. That is inexcusable. He had 3 targets, not a catch. And guess what? Bonus time. He's some extra good energy here. Garrett Wilson re-injured the same knee that he hurt back in Week 6. Terrible news. Concerning. Very concerning on Garrett Wilson. Who knows what the update's going to be on Garrett. Jets did provide one after the game, but doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. I don't feel good about Garrett Wilson at all in terms of the injury. We'll get an update maybe from AG here in a couple hours. He speaks at like 10:45. So the fact, like, Garrett Wilson is the straw that stirs the drink. Breece Hall had a great game and good for Breece, but Garrett Wilson's the straw that stirs the drink. You need to get him the ball on the opening drive of every game. Get him into the game. Throw the ball over. I don't care if it's a flare screen, pop screen, out, slant, whatever. Every game, get Garrett Wilson the ball. That is our dynamic playmaker. The Jets are paying him as a top 5 highest paid receiver in football. There is no excuse that he should ever go through a game with 0 catches. Inexcusable, disgusting, and while you can put some of that on Tanner Engstrand, I put a lot of that on Justin Fields. Get the ball to your guy. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. So all the terrible passing yards, plus the fact that he couldn't get the ball to his boy Garrett Wilson. Now Garrett Wilson's hurt. Great. And by the way, the only reason Garrett Wilson is hurt, if we go back to that Week 6 game, is Justin Fields' wild, inaccurate passes had Garrett Wilson acting like Gumby in the Matrix out there trying to dive for balls. So, yeah, I'm fine with the Justin Fields experience being over. Thank you very much. God bless. And let's go to other options. Now, with Garrett Wilson's status uncertain, the good news is, if there's any good news to come from this, is it's time to see what these other receivers have. Adonai Mitchell did not make his debut over the weekend. He arrived very late. He arrived, what would that be? Late Tuesday night into Wednesday, which was install day. So it was a stretch that he would be ready. John Mechie had the extra week, so he appeared in the game and had a catch or two. But yeah, hopefully we could get Adonai Mitchell ready for this Thursday night game, because now we can start seeing these other receivers, and hopefully now an even more full evaluation. If Garrett Wilson's out on Thursday, there is plenty of pie available for these receivers to take advantage of. So again, you don't normally make a quarterback change after a 2-game winning streak, but we're in unique territory here, because here's the thing. It's also said in the article, because it's all inspired. Brent Sobelski of Bleacher Report is the one saying it's Tyrod Taylor time against the New England Patriots. And I agree. Folks, the Patriots are 10.5-point favorites at home on Thursday Night Football against the New York Jets. The Patriots are hosting the Jets. The Patriots are on a 7-game winning streak. The Patriots have a 2.5-game lead in the AFC East, and they are in sole possession of first place. If the Jets have any hopes of beating the New England Patriots, and a lot of you out there, I would assume, don't, then your only shot is to have some level of a balanced attack. You're not beating the Patriots with whatever it is, 54 passing yards. That's not going to happen. If you're going to beat the Patriots, you need all the crazy shit of special teams and defense and all that stuff. Jarvis Brownlee dropping an interception yesterday. The Jets are the only team in the NFL that don't have an interception this season. Maybe Thursday would be a great place for that to go. But you need better than 54 passing yards. And that's why I'm going to Tyrod, man. That's what I would do if it was up to me. Because it ain't happening with old Fields. Now, my pop brought it up yesterday. You can bring out Justin Fields like Cordell Stewart. Make slash. Have a package of plays and utilize Justin Fields in that way. Fine. If you want to do that, he's a lot more athletic and younger than Tyrod Taylor. I'm fine with that. If you want to utilize him in some Wildcat packages, all right. But as a starting quarterback, those days should be over. Let's go to EZ, our main squeeze, with a super chat here on the show. Appreciate you, EZ. Wow. Open wide receivers all game long. Fields is not the answer. Yeah, he's definitely not. It's good to know that with, again, conviction. That's good to know. I wish there was a better answer. I would have loved for Justin Fields to be the guy, but obviously he's proven that he can't be and isn't. By the way, everybody, good reminder here with 300 people in the room. Again, the free way to contribute is by liking the video and hitting subscribe. We have over 120 of you on YouTube. Hit that like button, okay? Hit it. It's right there. It is absolutely free to do. And here's the thing, because, I've got the data and answers in front of me, okay? There's 36 likes, but there's 120 people of you watching on YouTube. Streamer tells me where you guys are watching it. So come on, people. Hit a pity like, for God's sakes. Let's spread this Jet show and get it out in front of other Jet fans out there in the universe. So make sure you show your support. And if you want to go the next step, not just like the video, you want to get involved like EZ just did, we're giving away this beautiful Marty Lyons autographed Alabama jersey. It is autographed to the Boy Green Coffee Club. It says Roll Tide, Marty Lyons, number 93. This is his college football jersey. It also has all of his accomplishments stitched on the bottom of the jersey. He played for the Jets for a decade. He was a former first-round pick. He was part of the Jets New York Sack Exchange, a Walter Payton Man of the Year, College Football Hall of Famer, and part of the Jets Ring of Honor. It also comes with a certificate of authenticity. This is the real deal. This came straight from the Marty Lyons Foundation, which, again, prayers and thoughts and love. Send out to Marty Lyons Foundation, all the wonderful work they do. So if you want this wonderful, awesome piece, all you have to do is spend $3 on the channel and you get a raffle ticket. That's how it works. And again, like easy, you can spend $2 now and spend $1 in 10 minutes, or $2 today and $1 tomorrow. We keep track of all the money that comes in. So every time $3 are spent, you get a raffle ticket. There are no limit on how many raffle tickets you can have. You can have as many as you'd like. Obviously, that increases your chances the more raffle tickets you have. But if you at least want an opportunity, it's a wheel of names. It's all randomized. Whoever wins the contest on a month-to-month basis will be drawing the winner for that contest coming up on December 1st. December 1st. Now, couple of things here. First off, again, it is a Victory Monday, so let's celebrate it properly. Again, hey now. Yeah, baby. I love that's a new thing for the Jets. I absolutely love it. By the way, two things here. First off, AG gave out some game balls yesterday. And I just want to highlight the whole video is 2 minutes long, so we're not going to play the video. You guys can go check it out on the Jets social media channels if you'd like. 4 game balls that went out yesterday. Let's just discuss them and give a tip of the cap here. Will McDonald, he got a game ball. Will McDonald, 4 sacks yesterday. He is the 3rd player in New York Jets franchise history to have 4 sacks in a game, joining John Abraham and Mark Gastineau, who did it twice. I mean, come on now. That's pretty damn good. Will gosh darn McDonald, dude, entered this game with 3 sacks on the season. Now he's got 7 sacks. Hot damn. Big game ball to Will McDonald. That's awesome. I'm so happy for Will. He was floating around all kinds of trade rumors. I'm glad the Jets kept him. And I wrote it in a piece yesterday for Heavy. Will McDonald's under contract at a minimum for the next year and a half. In May, the Jets will have to make a decision on his 5th-year team option. If they accept it, he's under contract through 2027. If they decline it, he is a free agent in 2027. That's going to be the easiest accept of all time. Accept, click, approved. Because that money is a 1-year fully guaranteed deal for just under $15 million. That ranks outside the top 20 in pass rushers in football. Will McDonald, with his sack production, is a top 10 pass rusher in football, with current production withstanding after that wonderful game. So, hey, man, the huge game ball to Will McDonald, he deserves it. Breece Hall, of course, cup your hands. Breece! This is why when you see Breece running with toughness, velocity, intensity, catching the ball to the backfield, again, the fact that he had 1 catch for 42 yards and that was his only target, we need to give Breece Hall a screen like 2 or 3 times every game at least. It's got to be a part of the regular offense. So he gets a game ball and well-deserved. He is the bleeping bell cow, as AG said after the game, the bleeping bell cow. And then the 2 return men, Kene Nwangwu, Isaiah Williams. Kene Nwangwu is a former All-Pro return man. He's been battling injuries all season long, so it's great to see Kene come back and immediately make that impact. Sign that man to a lifetime extension. He is terrific and one of the best return men in all of football. And I'm glad that the Jets, because I'm reading it in order as how they gave the game balls out. And then the final one is this. Isaiah Williams. What a story. Isaiah Williams deserves massive credit. The Jets deserve massive credit. AG deserves massive credit. Okay? Xavier Gibson fumbles. Sorry to bring up bad memories. Xavier Gibson fumbles against the Pittsburgh Steelers. We lose that game. We should have won, but that's neither here nor there. And Xavier Gibson gets cut a few days later. Like, screw you, Xavier Gibson. You get cut. The Jets' hand-selected replacement for Xavier Gibson was none other than Isaiah Williams, who is residing on the Cincinnati Bengals practice squad. In week 4, Isaiah Williams had his own problems. He had his own problems to deal with because he fair caught a ball at the 2-yard line. What an idiot. And then he fumbled the ball in the second half. And Isaiah Williams got his ass cut ahead of the Jets-Cowboys game that we were all together for. Isaiah Williams was re-signed a few days later before the Jets made the trip out to London, to play Denver. Isaiah Williams is an incredible, remarkable redemption story. This is a guy who was just sitting on a practice squad, got a chance with the Jets, blew his chance with the Jets, gets cut, gets brought back. He was a special teams player of the week a couple of weeks ago. Now he gets a massive 74-yard punt return touchdown, and I think there's something special about that 74 and then the 74 that you see in the Jets logo there on their avatar on Twitter because of Nick Mangold. There's something special. There was greater gods at work here in that Jets game yesterday. Another win for Nick Mangold. So Isaiah Williams, who revealed after the game this was the first return touchdown of his life. And it couldn't have come at a better time for the New York Jets. I had a tame reaction to it because, one, we were having a caller on. I believe it was Carl. And number two, I immediately saw the penalty. So, like, my excitement dipped immediately because I'm like, well, this doesn't count. And then it did count. The penalty was on the Browns. And it was a 74-yard touchdown. So, sorry, Isaiah, I didn't give my crazy reaction because in my head I was going crazy. But I'm like, it's a penalty. It's coming back. But it didn't come back. So, all those 4 game balls are well-deserved. Shout out to all of them. And again, I say a credit to Isaiah Williams because obviously he's the player on the field. But AG, man, a lot of us in the universe, including myself, said, AG, what the hell are you doing? Why is Isaiah Williams on this team? You're wasting a roster spot. You're an idiot. Everyone in the world can see that he should be, that he should be off this team. 100%. And AG said, nah, man. And even gave a message about it in the press conference. There's a lot of noise on the outside of what things should have happened, this, that, or the other. And this is why we pay attention to things that are happening in here. And before I go to my next point here, I see we're getting some more activity. Jared B. with a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Appreciate you, good sir. Yeah. Jared B, that membership went to, let's take a gander here. Jared B, where the hell is this thing? Okay. There it is. Craig M, you just received a Boy Green Coffee Club membership from our guy, Jared B. Appreciate that's 4 raffle tickets for Jared B. And again, I will update the scrolling ticker here later. It's not representative of all the raffle tickets you guys have sent in yesterday on the show. I still got to play catch up on that. Let's go to a super chat here from Mahar Khalil, baby. Thank you so much to Jared B for gifting that membership. Another raffle ticket, baby. Every time I get a super chat here from my daughter, Zariah Luna.
Wow.
What a game. We invest so many first-round picks in the offensive line. It's time to get them a real O-line coach. I'm going to give a lot of credit to Steve Hayden. I'll be honest there. I thought Steve Hayden has done a pretty good job this year, to be honest with you. I think they do have a real O-line coach, Mahar, respectfully. Now, with Keith Carter, boy, there was a lot of red flags about that situation. The Jets moved on, thankfully. I mean, the Jets have an offensive line to be proud of, man. Armand Membu, spectacular. I know Tyler Warren, who, again, I'm a self-proclaimed Warren warrior, baby. I wanted Warren in the draft process, but, the Jets made the right call, clearly. Even though Tyler Warren's great, multiple things can be true. It's not just right or wrong. Both can be right. Tyler Warren's awesome for the Colts. They won their game in Germany. Good for them. But Armand Membu is a spectacular right tackle that's going to be here for a decade. Terrific. Olu Muiwa Fashanu got smacked by Myles Garrett, but who doesn't? So Myles Garrett got his 11th sack of the season. But for the most part, they did a really good job against Myles Garrett. They only allowed 3 sacks, which, considering against Denver, they allowed 9. That's progress. That's progress, for sure. And then, again, there's going to be a lot of big boy decisions on this offensive line, Mahar Khalil. Do you bring John Simpson back? Do you bring ABT back? Do you bring Josh Myers back? Where does Joe Chipman play? Does he play at center? Does he play at guard? Do you bring them all back? Do you bring some of them back? Do you draft a guard replacement? Like, what happens there? There's a lot unknown with this situation, Mahar. But I appreciate the shout-out to the offensive line, who deserves all the love, man. Absolutely deserves all the love here on the program. By the way, Mahar Khalil, you're up to 33 raffle tickets, my good sir. 33 raffle tickets here on the program, which, by the way, is our big boy leader. So I will update that one for you. And our number one Austrian Jet fan is actually up to 31 raffle tickets for his contributions yesterday during the live watch show. Again, I'll catch up on a lot of those here in due time. But Mahar Khalil, good shout out for the Jets offensive line. Now, my next thing I'm going to say may make some people have some feelings. I'm just going to be honest. And look at this. Wait, real quick. Number one Austrian Jet fan. Speaking of, hey now, a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. Let's go. That is now 32 raffle tickets for our number one Austrian Jet fan. And Austria, we continue to pray for you, buddy. I know you're going through a lot with things in your life, but we're all here for you. We always will be, buddy. So thank you very much for all the love. A raffle ticket added to the pile for our number one Austrian Jet fan. Baby, let's give it up for our number one Austrian Jet fan. Let's go. Woo! Absolutely. By the way, that membership from Austrian went to Dones _syndrome. So welcome to the Boy Green Coffee Club. Appreciate you. But folks, I'm about to say something that might make some people upset, but I think it might excite some other people. I think it will. Did you know that the New York Jets have won 2 games in a row? And did you know, folks, that, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but folks, the Jets are 3 games outside of the playoffs. What?
Playoffs? Are you talking about the playoffs?
Now, wait just a second here. I'll turn off the scrolling ticker for a second so you can see it. Wait a second. So after the Jets have won 2 in a row here, they're 13th out of 16 teams in the AFC. But the final wild card spot belongs to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 5-4. The Jets are 2-7. They're 3 games back of getting back into the wild card race, baby. Wait just a second. Hey now. Wait. Huh? What? Are we on the road to 10-7?
Here's what I do know. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Could the Jets get back into this thing? Possibly. Here we go, baby. 3 games outside of the wild card. Just when you thought it was over, did they just pull us back in?
Yes, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
I don't know. I don't know, baby. But maybe. Let's take a gander. Let's see. Are the Jets about to make a turnaround? Don't call it a comeback, baby. Oh, we are back in this thing. Now the Jets have an opportunity. There is nothing I want more than to beat the New England Patriots candy ass. They've won 7 games in a row, 8-2, first place in the AFC East. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go. Let's go kick some Patriots patookie and take them out in their house and stop all the hoopla. Because Mike Vrabel, he could have been the Jets head coach. Just kidding, he's not. Let's get AG to go inside New England and let's kick some butt. That's what I'm saying. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go do it right now. Let's go. Let's go beat the Patriots. Let's get an upset. Let's go. Can you imagine the vibes if the Jets beat the New England Patriots in New England on Thursday Night Football to win 3 in a row? Possible. It's within the realm. It's within the realm. Now, we're going to have to get a lot more than 54 passing yards in that game to win, I would imagine. But hey now, we got elite special teams, defense, no Sauce Gardner, no problem. No Quincy Williams, no problem. We figured it out. Offensively, can we figure it out again? All right, baby. Let's see. Let's see if we can turn this ship around. Could be possible. Could be. Yeah. Unbelievable. Hope is a beautiful thing, folks. Hope is a beautiful thing indeed. It just feels so good. Feels so good to win games, man. The vibes are immaculate. I'm happy for AG. And again, I think AG deserves a massive salute. I know they're the Browns, people. Okay, I feel like I have to give all these caveats. I know this, I know that. I know it's Cleveland, okay? Cleveland blew out the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins beat us. There's all this A plus B equals C crap that exists out there. The Browns beat the Green Bay Packers. The Jets beat the Browns. What does that all mean? I don't know. It's a week-to-week league. That's what it means, okay? You have to play the opponents that are in front of you. AG traded 2 seismic guys off this team. Seismic guys that are on the magazines, that are on the posters, that are on the cover of everything. He traded them. And the team could have responded in one of two ways. One, roll over and die. Wait a second. They've already given up on the season. All right, let me start planning my trip to Cancun. That's what they could have done. Or they could rally and go around this guy and say, AG's our guy. And they fought for him. Again, Cleveland stinks, but we stink. Okay? So the Jets won a game. They won a second game in a row. The vibes are in there. They're starting to buy in. They're starting to believe into AG. I think, to me, that's exciting. So, again, to me, I think AG deserves a lot of love for keeping this ship on the rails here and figuring it out. And let's see what else he can figure out. Let's see. Can you smell an upset? I can. On Thursday Night Football, we'll have Taylor Kyles, who's part of the New England Patriots beat. He will join us on game day on Thursday for Boy Green Meets Woody. I'm very much looking forward to that conversation with Taylor Kyles. We have 150 people now in the room on YouTube, which we appreciate. 150 on YouTube. Terrific. Great to have you guys here on the channel. Make sure you guys like the video, though. 60 likes, 150 of you in the room. Again, the math ain't math. We got 400 people watching across our social media platforms on Facebook and Twitter as well. Help us in the chase to 10,000 subscribers. We grew a couple more during the live watch party, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that yesterday. And yeah, baby, we'll see. All right, let's do this. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll open up the phone lines. You guys can call into the show, because whether it's your first time calling or you're a multi-time offender. We appreciate you guys all the same. We're going to play a quick HEP timeout, and then it'll be the pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, you have to hop on over to YouTube if you'd like to call into the show. Feel free to do so. And you have to be a subscriber to be interacting in the comment section, so enjoy that as well. Get your participation trophy, folks. HEP timeout, more coming up after this. Jets Victory Monday. How sweet it is.
1, 2, 3. Whoa! Boy Green, fucking daily, fucking daily, fucking daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green daily, fucking daily, fucking daily. The New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. Everyone, J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets. Boy Green, fucking daily, fucking daily, fucking daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green daily, fucking daily, fucking daily. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go!
Yeah! Whoa, yeah! Another win for the Jets, baby! Let's go! Oh, it feels good, baby. It feels real good. Real friggin' good. Oh, the sweet taste of victory, baby. Good times. Anywho, let's jump over to the phone lines, baby. Those are open. That's a pinned comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. Up first is old Teddy. Tedster. Ted.
I'm here, Paul. Good morning.
Good morning, Ted.
Happy Victory Monday, Paul.
Damn straight,
Paul,
baby.
I wanna take a possible Alan Avital route for this call.
Ooh.
So,
Oh, wow. Okay.
the Sauce Gardner, welcome to the Colts with the dropped INT. You know, that's
unbelievable.
interesting to see. I have to say the genius move of the season, even though it didn't work out for us perfectly, was to get rid of Aaron Rodgers.
Mhm.
Because if you look at the Steelers are fading badly because of him.
Mhm.
Last year, he was good against bad teams,
Mhm.
and he was bad against good teams. And look at the schedule they have. They're going to miss the playoffs. So that was the best move. So all the people that, I won't name names, that want to say that we should have kept Rodgers, maybe we could have had a couple more wins. But we weren't going to get very far in the playoff for Rodgers either, Paul. He'd have 200 yards passing, maybe 2 touchdowns, 2 picks on a good day. He's not an elevate. He's not at the point of his career where he's going to elevate his team. So that was the best move we could do. If Fields didn't work out, that's fine. But the best move was to move on from Rodgers, and that the proof is the Steelers' record. They have a really nice defense, but I mean, Rodgers is Rodgers.
I agree. I was on the train while it was difficult because the name of Aaron Rodgers, and he's such a. I realized this the other day when I felt him like doing some press conference with the Steelers or something, and it was just like he gave like this sort of passionate thing that Steeler fans are going crazy for. And it's sort of like I am far enough away from the gaze that I can see clearly. Like when you're in the allure, this handsome guy, blue eyes, and he's telling you all these sweet pleasantries. You're like, yeah, I believe, Aaron. Yeah, enigmas. Sure. Okay. Yeah, we're going to Lonely Super Bowl trophy. Sounds good to me, Aaron. I'm allured. I am locked in. We've made eye contact. I'm all in, Aaron. But now when I'm hearing him say it for Pittsburgh, I'm like, oh, I see. Some of it was a facade. It sort of drew me in. But now that the further I get away from it, again, I appreciate what it was in the moment and all that, but I just feel like I agree with you. I think it was the right move. I don't think Aaron Glenn and Aaron Rodgers would have vibed very well, which could have brought off the starting tenure of his coaching career, could have spun it off the rails in a bad way. While it was painful to rip off the Band-Aid for all the heat that obviously AG caught for it, I agree with you. I think it was the appropriate move. Yeah.
Yep. It's funny. I looked at the playoff scenarios last night just to see what was up, and I think if we had another win, I can almost buy into it slightly. But just the 2-7's a little rough to deal with. But I don't know. Stranger things have happened. And I agree with you, Tyrod. Maybe they should have benched Justin at the second half yesterday, and then rolled with that and just continued with him on. But I don't know what their mindset is with that. I really just who gives them the best chance to win is going to be Tyrod going forward. It's obvious, but I don't know if they have the cojones. And I love when Indy says cojones.
Yes.
I think it was very, very Spanish-like. So let's see if they make the change. That would be the most logical thing. And I think Glenn has a pulse on the team. Clearly. He's got a good, and I think I thought he was the guy moving forward. Sometimes in your darkest moments is when you have to rise up, and I think we're set for the next few. Let's see how long. Let us finish the season, and then see the draft, and then I think, like you said, with the offensive lineman, Membu, what's the kid from Wisconsin?
Joe Chipman.
He's going to be signed. We're set in that department. We're definitely set in that department. So that's all I got, Paul. Had a long weekend fading. I had an 18th birthday with my daughter, so that was.
Boy! Wow! Congrats! Nice.
Yep. So enjoy your kids, Paul. Enjoy the holidays as much as you can. So they grow a little quick. So have a great day, and let's see what happens Thursday.
Thanks, it,
Paul.
baby. Yeah, appreciate you, Ted. Let's see what happens indeed. Before we go back to the phone lines, there's a game ball that the Jets didn't give, but I'll give it. Scandal 26 brought it up. What about Quincy? He seems to play a lot for a bench player. Now, let's sort of address a few things here, okay? So Quincy was benched earlier in the week. The player he was supposed to be benched for was Francisco Mauigoa, the Jets rookie linebacker out of Miami. Unfortunately for old Kiko, he was battling the NFL's concussion protocol. Now, it looked pretty good for Kiko because he was a limited participant, then a full participant on Friday. So it looked good, like he was going to clear. Apparently, he did not clear. He was inactive, which would suggest that he did not clear the NFL's concussion protocol, which meant to me that Quincy Williams went from bench to the starting lineup. And he delivered. By the way, again, we talk about Woody Johnson. Ooh, master motivator. Look at how he motivated Justin Fields. Well, AG seemed to motivate Quincy Williams. He was flying around out there. So not too shabby for Quincy. Hey, shout out to Quincy who had a sack in the game and did his brother's The Quinnen sack celebration, said Quinnen saw it and texted him back. Cool. Love that for Quincy. That was awesome. And Quincy said that he sent a message to Jets to remind him who he is and hopefully reminded himself of who he is. So AG Master Motivator. All right. Works for me. So yes, let's give a game ball to Quincy Williams, who had a wonderful day yesterday. Big shout out to Quincy, which again, right? Maybe it's that same sort of thing. Taylor, he was benched, dude. Good Lord. I've never seen something more in the comment section of my life that is so wrong. Maybe BG would admit he was benched, dude. Look at the beat reporters, Taylor. I love that you're a Boy Green Coffee Club member, and I love that we can all have conversations that maybe I don't agree with. Dude, he was benched. What do you think I have some vendetta against Quincy Williams? He follows me on Twitter. I like Quincy. He's a nice guy, but let's just call it how it is. He was benched. On the bench. Just because Francisco didn't play in the game was the only reason he wasn't benched again during the game, Taylor. Come on, man. It's on some conspiracy theory. It's on aluminum foil on the head. All the beat reporters wrote about it. ESPN, Quincy Williams benched. Am I misinterpreting that, Taylor? No. Jesus, he was benched, for God's sakes. Like this is some sort of crazy-ass story. Quincy, even after the game, said he responded to the benching. He said himself he was benched. Jesus, Taylor, read a book, buddy. Good Lord. I mean, come on, man. My blood pressure. This is not good for my doctors, man. He was clearly benched. I'm buying bullshit from the bullshit artist. Okay, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't. And I won't. You're not going to get me, you bastard. No. Goose fraba. All right, let's go back to the phone lines, baby. Up first, Hepster. Hep.
Hey, Paul. Feels good to have the win, waking up, right? It just sets my whole week differently. I'd like to talk a little bit about the offensive line. I thought they held up really good against the pass rush. What was the total sacks we had?
6. We had 4 from Will McDonald, 1 from Jermaine, and 1 from Quincy Williams.
No, well, against us, how many sacks?
Oh, 3. We had 3.
Okay, I think that's pretty good considering Garrett had Miles Garrett had 5 last week.
Yeah. It was they had a bye week last week, but before the bye, he had 5 against the New England Patriots, so he had 10 sacks on the season. So obviously, he was a massive oh Jesus! It was like when we're heading into week 1, we're like TJ Watt, Armand Membu, good luck, Rook. TJ Watt on the other side, defensive player of the year, like Jesus, and Armand obviously held up very well. And then against Miles, he gets 1 more sack and has 11 on the season, but 1 sack, and he beat Olu off the edge on that one. And again, Miles Garrett's awesome.
He's going to get his
100%.
Yeah. But I thought overall, I think the offensive line is starting to feel like they're gelling. The other thing is Fields. I don't see us winning on Thursday with Fields as the quarterback.
I don't. Yeah.
And I do we want to win? I don't. What do they want to do? Because at the same time, if you're evaluating players, well, I don't care. You want to evaluate Justin. I understand that, but you have a lot of other guys you want to evaluate as well, right? Jason Taylor. Arian Smith, the new wide receivers that are coming in.
Adonai Mitchell, right? Yep.
So to properly evaluate those guys, I think you need someone who's able to actually throw the ball in a timely manner. Unless it's one of those weeks where he actually plays well, like the Pittsburgh game or something like that. You know what I noticed with him at the Pittsburgh game? What he did was he would go like he was running, and then he'd pull up. And he'd when he would run, they would come off their players, and then he would pass it. And I said, "Oh, okay, he's starting to figure it out. Like he's playing more like a point guard now." But then it just faded. Yeah. I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on with that. But what do you think? I don't see AG changing though. Do you really think he's going to change to?
Well, here's why I think so. Well, here's the only thing. So there's 2 things here. One, they're on a 2-game winning streak. He could just say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Sure, he sucks, but we're winning games. Because he was good with everything on the table. He was good during the Bengals game, which was one of those 2 wins. So he could say, I don't want to disrupt the winning. It would take gall to say, despite the 2-game winning streak, because he could catch a lot of heat, right? All the beat reporters are saying, bench him. And then let's say you actually bench him and Tyrod sucks against New England. Geez, way to bench the quarterback. They gave you a 2-game winning streak, you jerk. So no matter what, the beat's going to be on him. But the reason why I think it's very possible is, according to Rich Cimini, and again, if you want to buy the bullshit artists, according to Taylor Sterling, maybe this is all made up. But Rich Cimini reported that Aaron Glenn was going to go to Tyrod Taylor against the Bengals. Tyrod Taylor comes up to AG's office on like Friday or Saturday and says, Coach, I can't go. The knee that hit me on the knee, I don't feel comfortable playing in the game. And I think if you put me out there, it's not going to be good for everybody. So AG's like,
Yeah.
fuck it. I have no other choice. I guess it's Justin. Justin delivers this awesome game, and good for Justin. So the fact that he apparently was going to go to Tyrod because of how Justin performed in that Panthers game, it was benched at halftime. Like, it sounded like he was going to go full bore Tyrod, and he didn't because Tyrod wasn't available. Now Tyrod's available. Tyrod was available for this Browns game. He was not on the injury report at all after clearing. Mm-hmm. So I think it's very possible. I do.
Yeah, I just saw one of the questions at the press conference as well is talking about, well, how did you think Justin did today? And he was like, I have to look the tape. You know, he wasn't like, yeah, right.
Yeah, so he said, I got to watch the tape, which is what AG always says. Then he said, but, you know, like, I got to be honest. And he said, like, man, there was a lot of things that need help. So I appreciate the candidness of just going, no, Justin played great. Yeah, it was awesome. Like, no, he said he has to watch the tape, which, again, he watches the tape, quote unquote, and then we get to talk to him the next day. So I'll be curious to hear his response, because that question is going to come up. So what'd you see on tape from Justin? That question's coming up in 2 hours. So I'm looking forward to that answer.
Perhaps it's one of those. All right, we'll start Justin. If he's not having his day, we pull him in that after the first.
Yeah, maybe.
That, you know. All right, thanks, guys.
Appreciate you, Hep. And let's give a special happy birthday. I see this from Wilmez98. Happy 250th birthday to the United States Marine Corps. And yes, the Marine Corps' birthday is today, November 10th, 1775, the date the Second Continental Congress established the Continental Marines. My brother was in the Marines for 4 years, so an absolute salute. Semper Fi, and shout out to the United States Marine Corps. Thank you for that beautiful shout out. I absolutely love to support, and it's all running through my blood. Of course, our men and women in the armed forces that are fighting for our freedoms to do shows just like this, where I get to talk Jets every day at 7:30 in the morning. That is never lost on me. So Semper Fi, and again, happy birthday to the United States Marine Corps. We have 450 people in the room. Guys, make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe. If you'd like to call in, the time and place to do so is right friggin' now. Pin comment on youtube.com/boygreen25. I told you guys that the Jets are only 3 games out of the playoffs right now at this moment in time. And there may be some in the universe that don't believe. But I know the next caller absolutely is with me. He absolutely knows that the Jets are going to go into New England and beat some Patriots ass. So let's go to him. Alon, baby. Yes. Alon.
Oh, Paul, good morning. Couple of comments before I make my points. Taylor Sterling is the same dope who says that Drake May is mid and overrated. So his credibility is out the window.
Yikes. Another
thing, by the way, did you message that moron Matt Lombardo right after Davis Mills outscored Trevor Lawrence 26-0 in the fourth quarter yesterday?
We didn't get a chance to have that conversation.
Okay. Yeah, that should be a conversation that should be had after this. Okay. I would take, you know what? The Jaguars can give us 2 first-round picks, and maybe I'd think about it. Okay.
All right.
Insider. Yeah, sure. Couple of comments. The Jets will be 2-9 in 13 days. You can mark it down. You could
2-9.
2-9 in 13 days. They will be 2-9.
Wait, yes. We're 2-7 right now. What are you talking about?
I don't understand. 13 days from today.
Are you suggesting that the Jets are not going to beat
There's no suggesting. I'm
implying
that
perhaps
telling. Put this in your
Okay.
Stamp it.
Wait, they play the Patriots on Thursday, and then they have a mini bye week, extra time to prepare for the next opponent, which is who is that now?
At Baltimore. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So AG Road Warriors.
Hold on. They play the 2 hottest teams in football in the next 13 days. There is no junior high school defense like the Bengals, and there's no peewee quarterback like Dylan Gabriel on both those teams. You realize that?
Well, we got Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson. We had 6 sacks.
Fantastic.
Look at that defense, baby. Yeah.
They will lose those games by a combined 45 points.
45 points?
45 points.
That's a lot of points, man.
That's a lot of points, okay?
Oh.
So I got eviscerated yesterday by some of the other content creators because I said I would not trade 2027 capital to move up for Fernando Mendoza. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're more aligned on that one. So yeah, you were berated by other content creators, but you got a place at my table. Yeah.
So when people rip on me because I don't believe in meaningless wins, the reason I don't believe in meaningless wins is I don't want this team to win that much more, because if they love Mendoza, I just want him to fall to us. I don't want us to stupidly give up multiple first and second round picks to move up for a guy who I think is good but not great. So again, I'm no bandwagoner. At 2-7, the season is over. Okay. It's over. Paul, I know you had your fancy standings and all that. I know it took you a little while.
They are right here. Look, see, if we hide the scrolling ticker because that covers the Jets. Look, if you just see, if you just take a gander here, and here the Jets are 2-7. They're 13 on that list, but 7 teams make the playoffs in the AFC. So if you see, circle that Jaguars team that you just brought up there with Goldilocks, Trevor Lawrence, they're in the playoffs at 5-4. 5-4, 2-7, 3 games in 13 days. Perhaps the Jets are 1 game out of the AFC wild card.
Paul, on the other side of that sheet, is that your wedding date or no? Or is that just another pipe dream?
Take a peek ski. Okay. Maybe when the Jets make the playoffs, that's when it's happening. Huh?
Paul, I love your sense of humor. Again, they will lose by 45 points plus over the next 2 weeks. Okay. 13 days. When they're 2-9 and people start calling for Justin Fields' head again, Brady Cook should start against the Falcons. That's the game he should start. He doesn't need to start in the next 2 games. Again, let him learn. Let him play at home against the Falcons when they're 2-9 and when there's 7,000 people in the building. Okay, that's fine. It will be like a college atmosphere. No one will be in the building.
Do you think the Jets would trust to give Brady Cook the keys when they're 4-7 and 1 game out of the AFC wildcard? Like, would they put him in that position?
Well, I'll make you a bet. Okay, here's our bet. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I will put in 100 memberships. 100. Okay.
100. Good Lord.
If the Jets win, if the Jets are 4-7,
okay,
I will put in 100 memberships.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
If the Jets are 2-9, you have to shave your beard.
All of it?
All of it.
We need to slightly adjust this because you believe the Jets are a 10.5-point dog against the New England Patriots.
Again, the Jets have to be 2-9, so they have to lose both games. It's not like they have to lose one.
Yeah, but aren't they a massive underdog in both games?
But you're so confident. You have that chart.
I am.
Look at the chart.
And there is an impressive chart.
A lot of effort, Paul.
But there seems like there's a big gap.
2-9. 2-9. You tell me what you want to do.
Okay.
I will give you 100 memberships.
100. That's a lot of memberships.
100.
That could feed my family. But boy.
100. I want the entire beard off.
Okay. How about this? Because we had Taylor Lewan on last week, and it was Movember. I will adjust the beard.
No. What does adjust mean?
Well, I mean, like, there's a lot of beard here. I would significantly adjust the facial component of my face.
So that means nothing beyond everything there down has to go.
Fair. Okay, so we'll draw whatever that is, like a 1.5 or a 2 across the whole thing, and
1.5 is fine.
Okay, see, there you go. Okay. So if the Jets in this magical world are 2-9,
2-9, that Monday morning when they're 2-9, okay,
yeah,
I want to see you come in Monday morning on your show,
okay,
with a 1.5.
1.5. That is going to be thin, and it is the winter season, so
that's fine. I know you're living Oswego. God bless you.
That's true. Yeah, like a snow coming. Okay,
1.5.
And then you said if the Jets
are 4-7, I will drop in 100 memberships.
Okay, what if they're 3-8?
No, there's no 3-8. This is all or nothing.
All right.
Okay. Paul, the pleasure again is all yours. And tell Taylor Sterling, Drake May is not mid or overrated. He actually is a good quarterback. I know he has kids, and I told him he'd give his firstborn for Drake May to be our quarterback. Okay.
Yeah.
And Paul, I think you might do the same. Always a pleasure, my man.
There he is, Alon, joining us here on the program. Wow. Well, Jets, the majority of my beard is on the line here. So let's see what you can do. But you know what they say. You know what they say, people out there in the universe. That mama didn't raise no bitch, okay? So we put it all on the line. And here we go. Appreciate you guys. There we go. Alon joining us here on the program. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Keep your super chats and BG gonna look like George Costanza. What the hell? Hey, man, what the flying hoot? I like George Costanza. Shout out to Georgie. Georgie. There you go. Beautiful. All right, guys, make sure you continue to like the video, hit subscribe. Let's keep it rolling here on the program. Up next, we got a multi-time offender. It's Indy Jets.
Multi-time offender. That's awesome.
There we go. What's up, brother?
You know, we know Fields is not a good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback. He's not even a good quarterback. We know Fields is not the answer. We got our answer is basically what it was. You know, the answer is Fields is not the guy. But he's still probably the best quarterback on the team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Tyrod's just not a good quarterback, and he's pretty fragile. The players seem to rally around Fields for some reason. You know, he's got I don't know what it is. He's got some kind of moxie that the players do play better. The rest of the team plays better when Fields is in the game. Even though he's the negative of everybody, everybody else seems to, maybe they just know, hey, we have to step up a little bit. And they did. They showed it. They've showed it the last couple of weeks, the last couple of games anyway, where they don't give up anymore. They're going to continue to fight. And Isaiah Williams said it the best when he got his game ball. You know, when you're walking through the fire, just keep walking, and you'll come out gold. And it reminded me when I heard him say that. My conversation with Jim at the tailgate.
Yeah.
And who it reminded me of is because Jim and I talked for probably a good half hour about the young boy Green.
Yes. Oh,
and it reminded me of the young boy Green and how he continued to just push through the fire and come out gold.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, big shout out to you. You know, Isaiah came out just and said something that we all should, you know, you just keep pushing through the fire and eventually you'll come out in the gold. And when I hear all these people talk about the Jets and we're 2-7 right now, or when we were 0-7, apparently nobody has ever built anything before. Whether you're building a motor, whether you're building a house, whatever it is that you're building, you don't just you don't just go and blink your eyes and it's built. And it takes a little time. And, you know, we started out really rough this year, and we realized we had a lot of questions, and I think the questions got answered. We realized Justin Fields is not the guy. That was one of the options. Is he the guy or is he not the guy? Okay, well, we still got our answer. But these players are playing hard for AG. I don't know if I didn't see that with Stefanski's team.
Clearly not.
I mean, we're 9 games into it, and that was just that last play where they jumped off sides, you know, to give us the game. You know, that's a complete mental breakdown. And we had those at the beginning of the season. That was us.
Yeah.
AG got rid of that. You don't see that anymore. And it takes some time to build. And I think AG's doing it the right way. He saw a deal where Indianapolis was willing to give us a couple of first-round picks and a wide receiver that was buried on the depth chart who could turn out to be pretty good. AG made that move. That's you got to respect that, you know. And it's walking through the fire right now, and a lot of fans just, you know, we're putting the last 10, 15 years on AG, and he doesn't, and that's not on him.
Right, that's up.
Yeah, he's taken a team that was really overrated the last couple years. We won 5 games with Aaron Rodgers, who played all 17 games.
Yep.
So obviously, you take a Hall of Fame quarterback, and they brought in Devonta Williams, and Devonta Adams, sorry, and it didn't get any better. So maybe the team just wasn't that good, and when we were overrating it a little bit, and when he took over this team, he just saw a lot of toxicity, and it's taken him some time. And what we've seen is these guys just aren't giving up anymore. We saw it at the beginning of the season, and he's gotten rid of that. We saw a lot of penalties. He's gotten rid of that. The defense was not playing very well at all. And now they're playing. And also, as bad as Justin Fields was, you take a good quarterback against. Let me pull my notes out here.
Sure.
The Browns were the 3rd ranked defense in the league. 3rd ranked.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay. But they're also the 1st ranked run defense and the 1st ranked pass defense against the rush. I mean, they have the number 1 ranked defensive line. Also have a Michigan player and Graham.
Yeah.
And our young offensive line held up pretty good, except for one player. Josh Myers is terrible. And there's that he showed yesterday why Green Bay
was willing to sort of
just walk.
Yeah, right,
like,
right.
They didn't even get anything for him. I mean, they drafted. He was I don't remember if he was a 2nd or a 3rd round pick.
I believe he was a 2nd round pick. I believe he was 56 overall, but I'll double check.
A 2nd round pick who was a 4-year starter and just said, "We're not even worried about. We're not even going to try to get a 7th for you. We're just going to we're going to part ways mutually."
2 overall. Yeah.
No team does that. We're talking about Brees, trying to get a 4th or a 5th. Green Bay just said, "You know what? We're not even worried about that. Just go." And
it was dirt cheap. It was like $2 million. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's because he's not very good. And I don't remember what the guy's name is that from the Browns defensive line that got into the backfield. There was 2 sacks that you had the Myles Garrett sack, but then the other 2 sacks were from I can't remember. I want to say it's Schwartz or something like that.
Let me see. I got the
anyway. He was in the backfield. He blew by Josh Myers before Myers even got his head up.
Yeah, so there was Cameron Thomas got a sack. A couple people got half sacks. Malik Collins, Carson Schlesinger was the linebacker.
Schlesinger, yes, that's Schlesinger. He got 2 times in the backfield where Fields didn't even. I mean, there was 0 chance of that. That was not a Justin Fields. That was any quarterback in the NFL would have gotten that sack because he was back there in the backfield, almost at the snap. And
it wasn't
Josh
a handoff
Myers
too. And thank God that wasn't a fumble. Carson Schlesinger blitzed the A gap. Justin Fields had his back to him and he was handing off to Brees Hall and he got tripped up. That could have easily been a terrible play. And
that's all on Myers.
Yeah.
And shout out to our young tackles who played a pretty good game. I mean, you hold Myles Garrett down for the most part. Yeah. You're not going to stop the guy. Your game plan is just to hold him back a little bit. And I thought they did a really good job. I don't know. I think you still have to go with Fields Thursday. You can't bring Brady Cook up and expect him to,
there's a 0% chance of Brady. Like he's on the practice squad and to give him 3 days, and it's not even really 3 days. It's already Monday. Thursday's the game. Travel because it's a road game. Like there's not anywhere near enough time for Brady. So that one's impossible. Tyrod, at least it's possible, but Brady Cook is totally impossible, at least for this game. Alon says he wants to see Brady Cook in the Falcons game. So that would be a couple weeks down the line because after Patriots, Jets have Baltimore. So there's a mini bye. If you were going to do it to Brady, it would be after the mini bye. But Tyrod would have had to play so terrible, or Justin, either one, would have had to play so terrible that you would even consider Brady at this point in the season. So,
and I think, Tyrod or Fields is better than Tyrod.
Is he?
Because at least with yes, he is, and at least with his legs, That keeps the defense a little bit honest. Tyrod
But why don't we
doesn't
do
have
both? Like, why don't we do both? Like, Justin Fields obviously can't pass the ball right now.
Right.
So have Justin in as against slash.
I don't disagree with you.
He just takes a tap and he's just doing these QB sweeps out to the left. You pull a couple offensive linemen and he's a human battering ram because Tyrod is going to give you plus in the passing game. How much plus? I don't know. I don't know if he's throwing for 400 yards, but it's going to be more than 54. So just use both of them and have a two QB system as far as I care. Every once in a while, one of those Wildcats, you pound Justin 5 times in a row in a run. Then on the 6th one, he throws it and then, defense didn't see it coming and it's a wide open play, and then should be easier reads for Justin. Maybe that's something you could do. I don't know. We've lost Indy here. Your audio is gone.
Carelessly.
There you are. You're back. Okay, we got you, Indy. Sorry, we lost you.
Okay, sorry. Tyrod just, he throws the ball carelessly, hence that pick 6, and he'll probably throw another one. So do you want a quarterback who doesn't throw? I mean, that's the conundrum we're in. You got a quarterback who doesn't throw, who throws kind of carelessly, and then you have one that just doesn't throw at all.
Well, I think it hurts Fields more.
That's how bad the quarterback room is right now.
Well, that's also true that we're making these decisions. Hey, what do you want to chop off, your arm or your leg? Is there an option C here? But no, I mean, the problem with Justin is that he doesn't take a lot of chances. So there hasn't been a lot of interceptions. But then when he doesn't take a lot of chances and he has an interception, it's even much worse because he's not taking the chances. So the terrible interception, I don't know what he was seeing. I mean, that Browns defender was clearly right there on Garrett, and he threw it right to him, and he threw mustard on the sandwich to him. Like, Jesus Christ. So it was a terrible interception by Justin Fields. So at least on Tyrod's end, when he had the Week 3 Tampa game, he had a god-awful pick 6 and the strip sack, but he did throw a lot of passing yards. So there's a lot of numbers, at least, for the guys that are moving and grooving offensively, get them back in the game. So I don't know.
So what do you want? Do you want him to throw for 200 yards and give up a couple of turnovers? That's Fields isn't. I mean, Fields, that was a bad pass by Fields, but that's the only turnover.
I guess that's true.
Okay. So, our special teams stepped up, shout out to them. I mean, that's 2 touchdowns. But if Tyrod's in there, he gives up 2 turnovers, kind of negates that, a little bit. So, I liked your analogy, A, B, option A is not very good. Option B is not very good. Option C stands for cook. Just remember that.
Oh, okay.
Just remember that. Yeah. Option C stands for cook. Now, he's not going to be ready for New England game, and he probably won't be ready for the Baltimore game. But at some point, the coaches are going to have to either go, look, we got to try something. Tyrod's not the answer. And so knowing, at least with Cook, it's a shot in the dark. It's another dart to the wall, just like getting A.D. Mitchell, getting Mozzie Smith, getting John Mitchie. These are all shot in the darks that hopefully one of them sticks, and maybe it's Brady Cook. I don't know. Can you imagine the Brady Cook coming off of a practice squad and being the Jets story, and all of a sudden, I don't know I don't think he's got that kind of talent, but
you never know.
Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick. They didn't think he had much talent either. And I'm not saying Brady and Cook, the Bradys are anywhere near each other, but things happen in the NFL, and sometimes all you need is a chance. But Justin Fields has had his chance. I think he's shown who he is. If you show me who you are, I'll believe you. And Fields has showed us who he is. Okay. But we don't have any other options right now. I don't think Tyrod's the option, the answer. So you've got to go to Cook at some point in time. And I hope that this week or after the Patriots game, they activate him and at least get him to throw with the ones for a little bit. And maybe they'll do that, and maybe they're already doing that, allowing him to throw a little bit with the ones and go and just see, because we're not at the practices. And if they're giving him a chance in practice and he still looks that bad to where he can't make the active squad, and maybe he is that bad, and our quarterback room is Justin Fields and that's we're just going to have to get through this season, allow AG to continue to build he's showing a winning culture. Yeah, we're 2-7, but these guys that were quitting before are now not doing that. And that's what we want as fans to see a competitive game. Yeah, we beat two bad teams. The Browns' offense is horrible, but their defense is not. I mean, we would take that defense. We would love to have a third-ranked defense in the league. And so, you know, we walked out with a win, and a win is a win. We move on to New England. I think that the Jets D line will give Drake May,
I hope so.
And Drake May is notorious for not holding on to the ball. He fumbles a lot. He takes a lot of sacks.
Sure.
So that's our only advantage. I think Drake May is a really good quarterback. I'm going to give it to him. May is a good quarterback.
Sure.
He's young, so hopefully AG can put him under some pressure, like when Josh Allen was young, and you put him under some pressure and he makes mistakes. Let's just hope that we can. That's about our only chance against Drake.
And we'll see if we can, Indy.
If we don't get any pressure on him, it's going to be ugly.
I think you're right, Indy. If we don't get any pressure on him, it's going to be ugly. But the key is getting pressure on him and trying to disrupt him. And we'll see if the Jets are able to. Here's the fact of it. The Jets or Patriots, whatever, won 7 games in a row. They're not going to win them all. There's going to be days where they have a bad day at the office. Can the Jets take advantage? Can they have a good day at the office the same day that the Patriots have a bad day at the office? That's why we play the games, folks. That's why we play Look at what the Dolphins did. They blew the barn doors off the Buffalo Bills. How many people had that on the bingo card? The Dolphins were a 10-point underdog at home, and they blew out the Bills. Folks, that's why you play the games. We have 500 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. Up next, Frankie. What's up, pal?
Morning, BG. How you doing?
Not too shabby. No.
A couple things. Actually, Indy took a lot of my thunder because the one thing I didn't want to say is that we are building something, and people have to understand it doesn't take 1 year. So everyone out there who's saying that AG, so there's a couple callers that, AG is going to get fired. Just stop it. He's not going to get fired.
No.
Okay, if we go 2-15, still not going to get fired. Basically, this regime just fleeced the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys for a bunch of first and second rounders. If you watched the game yesterday, Sauce is Sauce dropped another interception, let a 2-point conversion go. I mean, he's falling all over the place.
Yeah.
Most overrated player I've ever seen in my life. Okay.
Wow.
For the money that he got. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Guy,
Highest paid corner in football, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. It wasn't worth it. And we got 2 first rounders. Okay. Phenomenal deal. Okay. Second thing I want to say is I will add to Alon's bet. I actually think we're going to go 1-1 in these 2 games.
Okay.
I don't know which one we're going to win, but we're not going to win them both.
Okay? Well, all right. Well, I'll take 1-1. Okay.
But I will add, not add the whole thing. I'll give you $100. I'll venue $100 if it happens. Okay.
If the Jets win both of them.
If the Jets win both, then we're okay. But you got to shave off your beard. I mean, it's got to be
completely.
Well, I don't know. Whatever you guys agreed to. Was it
okay. Yeah. He said so basically a 1.5-2 through this whole thing. So this is going to reduce the girth.
You got to be clean cut. It's got to be clean cut.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So.
All right. And then we need a quarterback. I mean, the thing that bothered me most about Justin Fields is what bothered me most.
Yeah. Okay.
It does 2 things. It puts too much pressure on Brees Hall. It puts too much pressure on Tanner. He can't. They just don't trust him. It's so obvious that they don't trust him to throw the ball. You can tell by the plays they're calling. But the other thing that bothers me is he comes off the field, and I've seen other quarterbacks like go and look at a screen and see. When I say a screen, a computer screen, like a laptop, like an iPad, and say, okay, let me see what didn't I see, like what's going on in that defense. He's just sitting there standing there, just staring like he's a deer in the headlights kind of look. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, go talk to your offensive line. Go talk to your receivers. Go look at the iPad. Go see what the defense had. Why did you throw that pick? Why did you overthrow that? Like, what didn't you see?
Yeah.
And he doesn't. I never see him do that. He might as well be eating a hot dog like Sanchez. I mean, it's stupid. All right. So I don't think he has. We're not going to win with this quarterback, and with any quarterback that we have on this roster. Okay, I don't know. I mean, Brady Cook, yeah, start him in 2 weeks. See what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You have nothing to lose, but who knows? So until we find a quarterback, I I can't see us. I would love to see us go win the rest of our games. I'm not like most people want us to lose. I don't want us to lose. I want us to win. But the reality is we're not going to win 10 games.
Oh,
Okay? And if we're not going to win 10 games, I'd rather lose enough to get Mendoza, Simpson, somebody. And I'm
sure.
not like I agree with a lot. I'm not trading up for them. I'm not going to give up all these picks because we can really build a really good, team with all these picks we have.
Yeah.
From another wide receiver to more linemen, which is where I believe the game is won and lost. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, Justin Fields is driving me insane. I can't watch him anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like
It's terrible. And I would say on the, the reason why the Jets made the trades of Sauce and Quinn, those are both really good players for us. Again, not Sauce has proven not to be like the game changer that other corners have with picks and all kinds of crazy plays. Like he's really good at batting down passes, but like, is that worth the highest paid corner in football? That was a debate.
no,
So
no.
he's gone and Quinnen's gone. But the reason they're gone is because we couldn't figure out the quarterback. So like as they continue to be whatever they are on defense, and we keep
Yeah.
losing games because we don't have a quarterback, we had no choice. So we had to trade these guys to put ourselves in a position to at least have a
To
chance
possibly
to
get a
draft.
quarterback.
Yeah, right. To
Exactly.
possibly
That's
get it. Now
exactly right.
this season we're sort of fucked. We've got Justin, we've got Tyrod, and we got Brady Cook, who's cryogenically frozen on the practice squad. I mean, like that's all we have right now. And Indy's like, man, Justin's best guy. I don't fucking think so. To me, I'm going to
I
Tyrod because I
agree.
think
Yeah.
his upside from a passing perspective, running, absolutely, Justin Fields is a better runner, but like you need to pass the football. It's 2025. This is not caveman 1920 something. He's got to throw the football forward. He's been unable to do that on a consistent basis.
But here's the reason I wouldn't go to Tyrod.
Yeah.
And it's because he's not our future either. Okay.
Sure.
And unless something miraculous happens here and we do win out, which I really doubt, it's either going to be let's see what Brady Cook has,
Yeah.
or we got to put ourselves in a position to draft a quarterback. And there's no free agent quarterbacks. I mean, there's nothing
I don't
out
think
there.
so.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to be trading all these picks for anybody. I don't really care who it is, unless
Yeah.
it's Mahomes or something like crazy
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
right,
which
right.
isn't going to happen. Okay,
Right.
so
Mhm.
I don't want Dak Prescott. I don't want I'm not even sure I want Trevor Lawrence after watching him play
Yeah,
recently.
yikes. Yeah, not good.
So it's you were in a conundrum here. It's kind of like, what do we do? I want to win some games, but I don't want to win too many where I take myself out of a quarterback slot.
To me, I
don't.
think we're blowing up this entire quarterback room. I think so.
Oh, I
Tyrod's a free agent, so you don't have to do
get rid
anything
of
with that.
him.
Brady Cook's an undrafted free agent, so whatever with him. He's inconsequential, with all due respect, Brady Cook. And then you have
Right.
Justin Fields, who has $10 million guaranteed locked in for next year. But I'm probably doing, after everything I've seen, despite him being a nice guy, I'm not going into training camp next year where he's the unquestioned starter. We have some rookie that's behind him. To me, that's way too scary, because if Justin shows any of the same shit that he's shown this season, and why would he show anything different? A Tiger's not going to change his stripes now. I want another veteran quarter, a different veteran quarter. I'm willing to buy out Justin Fields. How much is guaranteed? Here's your check. Get out. And now let's reset with a full brand new quarterback room. And it sucks, but it's not my money. I don't give a shit. They're the ones who gave it to him. So sorry, pal. That it is what it is. And bring in a brand new quarterback room. That's what.
And
I
what would be? By the way, what would be the salary cap hit? Would it be 10 million if we were to do that
So
next year?
so you have the 10 million that's owed to him, but as Jake Asman, I saw him pop up in the comment section earlier. There is dead cap that the Jets have to eat, and I believe it's 22 million in dead cap next year. So that just gets added to the pile of other dead cap, unfortunately, that Jets already have. They already have 71 million for next season. So that put them in like the 93 million range. But the good news is they have so much cap space they can eat the loss of the dead cap, so it doesn't matter, relatively speaking. They have enough money to make up for it. But I just feel like with what Justin showed, It's just
Yeah,
impossible. Hopefully you could trade him. Maybe that's how you could save some money. Like you give up
trade him for
Justin
what?
Fields. I'm saying you pay. You do like the Brock Osweiler thing
Okay,
a bunch of years ago. I think it was the Broncos traded him to the Browns, and they had to give up. Now, hopefully, we don't have to go this high, and I don't think we would on a 1-year deal. But they give up a second-round pick, said Cleveland take him. Cleveland took him and immediately cut him. So we wouldn't have to give up a second because it's only a 1-year deal. But whatever, Jets give up whatever it is. A 6 for a this or a 5 for a 7 and like fuck it all up and say, sweet, we got that money off the cap. If that's important enough to him, if it's not important enough to him, then just cut him and then we move on. I think that's
well, you're right. We actually did trade Zach Wilson. I never thought that was going to be possible.
So see, and that was just a late round pick swap, but we didn't give a shit about that. It was just about the money saved. So okay, see ya, bye, peace. So I think they could do that for Justin. So
and the thing is, like with me, Zach Wilson was a little bit arrogant. I didn't like his way he talked, but I feel bad for Justin because he seems like a good person and stuff, and the team likes him. But I don't know what he's doing out there. It's like he's just not aware of what's going on.
Here's the problem, I everything you just said, nice guy, all this stuff. I feel for him, but this isn't charity. This is the National Football League. And it's a great story, and I love all that, and all the people that are rooting for him, and that's great. Tell me that story at your next autograph signing at a used car dealership. Sorry, pal. We need quarterback right now, and he's just not good enough. It's a blunt, hard, uncomfortable conversation to have, but he has proven not to be good enough. These random games where he's like, "Woo, Bengals game! Oh shit! Oh, Steelers! Whoa!"
Like I don't understand that. Like all of a sudden, like he looks good, and then all of a sudden he just loses it. I don't get it. Like,
was he just maybe it's just the motivation, right? Pittsburgh was a team that gave up on him, so it's just a weird internal subconscious motivation. Bengals game, the fucking owner ripped me. It's weird, but these weird.
Maybe Woody should come out and do that more to him. I don't know.
Talk shit to him. I don't fucking know, but yes, I hope Justin looks in the mirror and finds whatever commonality, because again, there seems to be extra factors in all of his crazy ass games. The Steelers game where it was his ex-girlfriend and they dumped him and then he was able to give it to him and we still lost. And you go to the Bengals game where the owner fucking dressed him down in front of everybody. Like, I don't know. Maybe someone else has to do that. I have no idea.
Do you realize if it wasn't for Brees, he would have thrown for only 12 yards?
And here's even worse, Frankie. He lost 12 yards in sacks, which means his total net yards would have been zero. Zero. How is that possible? So one game of negative 10 net passing yards. How do you fucking wrap your mind around that? But there was a second game where he would have thrown zero net passing yards. And then there was the other game against Buffalo week 2 where the backup quarterback came in because Josh Allen got punched in the face and he had to come in. Mitchell Trubisky had to come in randomly for one play. And on third down, he threw one pass the entire game. And that one pass threw more passing yards than Justin Fields had the entire game. Like, what in the world? This has just happened far too many times. Like, when is enough? Like, Jets, where's your dignity? Where's your pride, for God's sakes? I know you've won 2 games in a row, but
Bob was right. Bob was right. He watched
Bob Lederer,
He said he was watching them for the last, 3-4 years, and he was right.
Yeah, awful. Oh, my God.
All right, everybody have a great day.
Yeah, amen. Appreciate you, Frankie. Thanks for tuning in, and more added to the bet. So here it is, folks. In case you missed it earlier, we have 500 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. So the Jets are 3 games outside of the AFC last wildcard spot. There it is. Jets are in 13th place, and the Jaguars are 5-4. They're at 7th place. Long story short, the AFC sucks this year, so there's opportunity for the Jets to turn it around. The next 2 games of the Jets are they play a short week against the New England Patriots on Thursday Night Football, and then they follow that up with the Baltimore Ravens the next week. I think the Jets can go on a winning streak, baby. I think they can. Alon says they won't, and that they are going to be 2-9 in 13 days. We made a bet. If the Jets win both of those games, Alon will purchase 100 Boy Green Coffee Club memberships for the fans. However, if the Jets lose both of those games, I will have to reduce this beautiful burly beard down to nothing. It's not going to go down to skin, but it's going to be very close. All of this beautiful beard, which I love, and I have not shaved down in a long time, would go down to a 1.5, 2 on my face, which means all of this beautiful beard would be gone. So, Jets, I'm begging you. I believe in you, but you need to believe in yourself, and you need to do it. So, please win those games so we can get back into the playoffs and I can keep my face. Thank you, And thank you. All right, let's go back to the phone lines here. Also, by the way, if you keep those memberships flowing, we got an autographed Marty Lyons Alabama jersey, baby. All of his accomplishments, and he signs it off to the Boy Green Coffee Club. If you want a chance to win that jersey, make sure you guys send in a $3 raffle ticket. You can do that if you're watching on YouTube. Hit the money sign, and all kinds of options pop up. Super stickers, super chats, gift channel memberships, or in the YouTube description down below, buy a Boy Green Coffee Club membership. That's our YouTube membership group, and you guys can catch some extra content. Here's some extra content coming to the channel. Later today, we'll be speaking with the Dallas Cowboys insider, RJ Ochoa, and he's going to tell us about Mazi Smith, baby, the former first-rounder out of Michigan that the Jets added, and he made his debut yesterday. Here's the fact of the matter, folks, and you guys gave a wonderful response to my Adonai Mitchell interview with Jake Arthur, so thank you guys for checking out that interview. If you haven't, that is in our video section. Basically, what went wrong in Indianapolis, what can Jet fans expect, things of that nature. He told some great stories. That's in our video section. We'll be doing another one of those, but for Mazi Smith to learn more about him. Come on now.
I'm going off the rails on a Mazi train.
There you go.
So let's learn some more about Mazi. And we'll be finding that out in short order. Again, we'll have that interview up. Boy Green Coffee Club members will get that interview before the general public. So later today, we should be recording that interview. So you guys will get to learn more about Mazi. And hope so. More of that coming up, which should be a lot of fun. And I hope you guys enjoy that conversation. I want to shout out to the 500 plus people in the room. That includes 150 of you guys on YouTube, which is awesome. I love doing the show every single morning at 7:30 a.m. Plus, we do all kinds of bonus content, as I just mentioned here on the program. On the way out, make sure you guys like the video here on the channel on YouTube. That is the free way to contribute to the show and get this show in front of other fellow Jet fans out there in the universe. So feel free to do that, and I appreciate it. That's whether you're watching live or after the fact. It makes a tremendous difference to YouTube algorithm. We only have 100 likes, but we have 150 plus people in the room. So 50 of you are watching the show right now. Just hit that like button. That is the free way to do so. Before we sign off, we'll get one last caller in. Johnny Boy, you're on the program.
Victory Monday, baby.
Let's
I don't
go.
care how we got the dub or whatever. Get the dub. Keep getting a win. Let's be able to enjoy this actual win that nobody had us winning against Cleveland. Everybody was saying Myles Garrett was going to eat against us, that we weren't going to be able to do anything. Hey, our special teams showed out, and they showed up, and it is what it is. I mean, is Justin Fields the answer? I don't know. I really don't care because we got a W.
Sure.
And keep being scrappy. Keep getting these W's by necessary, and it is what it is. Like, the whole plan has been the run game, right? And the run game was working. Let it keep it going. So I don't know, man. I just want to win, man. Like, I want to keep winning. Mazi Smith was being next to Phillips. He was being disruptive, which was awesome to see.
Sure.
You know, so let's see what we have in AD Mitchell coming in, right?
Yeah.
Tanner had some gadget plays. I thought Mechie was going to throw the ball on that weird, crazy-looking reverse.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them doing in I don't know how long. But, yeah, man, bro.
Hey, well, Tanner better dive in the bag. You're playing the New England Patriots or this awesome team on Thursday Night Football. You're going to have to fucking get in the bag. The Jets are going to have to go for it on a fourth down. The Jets are going to have to get some special teams action. I don't know if it's 2 return touchdowns, get a pick 6. They're going to need some extra shit to happen. It's not impossible. The Patriots are just a man, Rocky. They've already lost 2 games this season. Shit can happen. They lost to the Raiders in the season opener. So shit can happen, man. So the Jets, it's not just a shoe-in loss, as some people are saying it is. You're just going to need some extracurricular activities, and we'll see if the Jets are capable of it.
Hey, BG, wasn't the narrative going into this week that the Jets normally play like crap
coming off a bye? Yes, sir. Right? They were before this game. They were 1-8 coming off a buys.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe look, we're not mathematically out, and I'm not here saying playoffs. Cause I've never said that. I just want a winning season, bro. Just give me a winning season. I could care less about the draft. And dude, I'm not 100% sold on the quarterback I'm being honest with you. We have no idea what could possibly happen or anything. I mean, stick and pick. Who? What I'm trying to say is this: we do not know what this regime is going to do, and that's the way it should be. They're moving in silence, and it's something that we as a fan base is not used to. Nobody thought the Sauce stuff was going to occur, and it happened out of nowhere. Because they've, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Tanner say that they were getting calls about Sauce from a while back, and then they just kept upping up the price?
That's correct.
So, hey, keep doing your thing, man. Victory Monday. Enjoy it. Thursday night football is just literally right around the corner itself.
Yeah.
Yo, beat the Patriots. I can't stand them. Beat the Patriots. Later, BG.
See ya. Appreciate you, Johnny boy. Thanks for calling in. Let's go one last caller here on the program. It's our boy Easy, baby. What's up, Easy?
Hey, man. What's up?
Back of the truck. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I got called in around 8:30. I didn't think I was going to be working today, but whatever.
All right, there you go, baby. Nice.
Yeah, I think you shouldn't have to shave the whole beard off. I think you should, because you'll scare the shit out of your children if you do.
I will. So thankfully, I won't.
Daddy is.
That's
I think
true.
you should cut it down to 2.5. Don't go down to 1.5.
Yeah. See. So yeah, we won't. Yeah. We'll do that. Yeah.
But the one thing I disagree with is if there's if there is one out of the 2 wins, I think you should trim it a little bit, and I think Elon should at least give 50.
Okay. I like it. I don't know if Alana's still in the chat, but I'm willing to do that pivot. That seems fair because, again, the Jets are massive underdogs in both games. So, there should be a middle ground,
So if you win one of them, Elon, you need to put – this is to Elon. You need to put a little bit of skin in the game because you said they're going to lose both. And
by 45
unpredictable
plus.
In this league. Yeah,
100% right. He should have to.
Yeah.
I agree. Whether it's points or something else, or like a half C thing here. Yeah, he should. If
it's a half C, you both should pay the price.
Exactly.
Because you're all in on 2 wins, he's all in on 2 losses.
Correct.
So there's got to be some skin in it.
I agree.
A little bit of skin.
A little bit.
But Justin is I don't know anymore. I mean, he's got the skills. He just doesn't. It just seems like you got to kick him in the ass to get him to throw the ball. And as far as Tyrod Taylor is not a starter. Tyrod Taylor is a relief pitcher. He comes in if shit's going south or if Justin gets hurt. I would not be all in on Brady Cook right now because he's just too new. He's too green. But, I mean, you got to at least see what you got in him to see if he's at least going to be a viable backup on your team. Otherwise, why the hell did you get rid of Adrian Martinez, who you already know can play football at a competitive level? I thought that was a big mistake because I think if we had Martinez, he would be playing. I really do.
Yeah, and he's out there in San Fran now.
Yeah, I mean, because, we have a decent offensive line now. Does it need a little tweaking still? Yeah. Needs a little tweaking, but it's not a shit show offensive line.
Definitely
not by any means. No. It's probably maybe a top 15 O-line right now.
For sure.
Kind of in the middle of the league, upper middle of the league.
Hey, that's a big progress over last year. So
yeah, I think it's 12 to 15 right now as far as an O-line. And I think what we should do with AVT is give him a prove-it deal. He's got to prove that he can stay healthy. I don't know what he's doing, something with his technique. I have never seen a guy blow out a triceps twice.
Yeah, both ones. One on the left, one on the right. That's terrible.
I mean, there's something weird going on with that. Either he's overtraining or undertraining, or maybe it's his technique. There's something that he's doing that is doing something to them triceps. Because, I mean, I have a torn bicep, but that can happen to anybody. Biceps tear all the time. I very rarely hear of a tricep. Very rarely.
That's very unique.
So that's kind of, to me, it's just what the hell? What is he doing? Is he not eating enough rice or something, or is he not eating enough chicken? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
something is up. But he's a great player when he's out on the field. but we know the best ability is availability. And
That's
if
true.
he's not available, because I think no matter who signs him, whether it's us or someone else, they're going to give him a prove-it deal too. Prove to me that you can stay in the field.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're throwing money away.
Mhm.
And it's not like I don't think the guy's worth it. Is when he plays, he's great when he plays, but shit, man. I mean, what are you gonna do? I'd give him a prove it deal. Excuse me, bless you. I would
Thank
give
you.
him an aggressive prove it deal, like not an insulting prove it deal.
Okay.
But I can't see giving him top flight money. I just can't.
Yeah, I can't
And I
either.
don't think anyone else will either, unless you get one team that's really like desperate, that's willing to take a chance on him and give him like a 3-year deal for like $30 million.
Like the Chargers, right? Like they have all kinds of
Yeah.
issues. I could see them going crazy. So you know, who knows?
Someone is going to offer him I wouldn't say the bank, but someone is going to offer him a small bank because he is good. I mean, the guy is a good player. I got to give it to him. The guy has talent. It's
For sure.
But
Definitely
his worst ability is staying on the field. So you got to figure something out with that. Brady Cook, if you're going to start him in any game, you got to start him in the Falcon game because he's not going to be ready this week for sure. And I think if Justin stinks it up again, then you have to bring in Tyrod at least by halftime. I would definitely, unless the game is completely out of control, like if we're getting blown out like 24-0 at halftime, just leave him in the game because I'm not going to let Tyrod get hurt on a lost game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But if it's close at halftime, like if our defense is stiff and it's like, and Patriots only have 13 points or something like that, yeah, then I'm gonna, and he's not, and Justin's not doing well. Yeah, I'm gonna pull his ass because we absolutely need to win some games.
No doubt.
Because the team seems hungry right now. These 2 wins feel really, really good.
They do. They feel
And
great.
they really want. I don't think they want this feeling to end.
I don't want it to end either.
And it would be a good thing for the morale of the team, even if they lose in Foxborough. Even if they lose, if they show that they're not, pansies in this league, if they show that Aaron Glenn is going to make this team fight, as long as this team has a super good showing and fights hard and wins, and like if we lose on a field goal, if we lose on something, I understand that it's hard to beat another team at home, especially a decent team that has good coaching, because Vrabel's a good coach. God, I sound like that idiot. He's like Gase is a good coach.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Colin Cowherd, right?
Colin Cowherd. Gase is a good coach.
Jesus.
Boy, did he make a moron out of himself with that.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah.
That's funny as hell. But yeah, Vrabel is legitimately a good coach.
Oh, he very much is.
Been to the playoffs, yeah. But I think we really should beat his ass just to prove to him you shouldn't have doubted us. You shouldn't
100%.
have doubted the talent
I
on this
agree.
team. And I think the players should be like, well, this guy didn't think you. That would be the message in the locker room. This guy didn't think you were good enough to coach. Let's teach his ass a little bit of a lesson. Even if we lose, we're going to prove to him that we were good enough to coach. And I would like to see Mozzie Train go run amok. I want to see Mozzie Train derail the Patriots. There you go.
That'd be awesome.
Damn you.
Hey, you did it. You
Jack
said the words
Sparrow,
into the mirror.
What was it that Davy Jones said? He goes, "You're a cruel man, Jack Sparrow."
Oh, that's a good accent there, Easy. Very nice. Well done.
Yep. Oh, you know who played that guy?
Who's that?
Bill Nye, the British actor Bill Nye.
Bill Nye the Science Guy?
No, his name is spelled Night. Bill Nye.
Oh, Yes.
Or N-I, something like that. But N-I-G-H-Y.
Oh, I
Bill
didn't
Nye.
know that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's an English actor. If you ever watched any of those Kate Beckinsale movies where she's the vampire,
Yeah.
he's the one who played Victor, the head vampire.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
That's Bill Nye. Yeah, he's a really good character actor.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, he played Davy Jones.
Oh, all right. I love that.
Good actor.
Yeah, it
And
seems
I think he's a Scotsman.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
where
again, you got a good
yeah.
accent there, yeah.
Oh, I can do accents. I can do singing voices. I'm not going to sit there and say I'm Ariana Grande who can copy everybody's singing voice.
Oh, that's impressive.
She's
Yeah,
amazing.
She's
amazing how she does that shit.
Oh, yeah. Her Celine Dion and all these other ones. Yeah, she's really talented.
I mean, she can do everything from Britney Spears to Celine Dion to Christina Aguilera. You got to have some pipes to do Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
Because that little girl, she sings like she has 3 lungs.
Yeah. 100%.
But I'm stuck down here in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's really not a big music scene down here. But I would really, really like to get into a Black Sabbath Ozzy tribute band because I can do Ozzy's voice pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds like it. That'd be awesome. Let us know if that happens.
You said you heard me singing that
the
Judas
video
Priest song.
Yeah. People haven't seen it, but yes.
See, that's something you can put out because that's already out on YouTube.
Okay,
from one
yeah,
of the guys
I'll
who was
that.
at my friend Johnny, whose brother is playing the guitar, Rusty. Johnny put that out on YouTube, so it's on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, I'll reshare it out, and people will find it in the post section.
Because I think I sound pretty good on it.
But
it sounds best. But it was channeled through the PA system also, so you get to, if you just listen to it through the phone, all you hear is you don't hear it right. But if you put headsets on, then you can hear it, the PA sound with a little bit of echo, and it sounds much better.
Well, okay, easy. I'll definitely send that out to the universe, man. Appreciate it. And so you guys can find that in the YouTube post section. We'll be sending that out today. Salute to Easy, who has taken us on the Mozzie train. Appreciate you, Easy. And I appreciate the 500 people in the room that watch today's show. Thank you guys so much live. And for all the people that watch after the fact, the people that prefer the audio-only version, wherever you consume Boy Green Daily, we appreciate it here in the universe. Of the 500-plus people in this room, include 130 on YouTube. Yeah, we're trying to grow the YouTube family, everybody. Like the video. That's a free way to contribute. Also, hit subscribe as we make a chase to 10,000 subs here on the channel. And we're getting closer and closer every day. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you in about 2 hours. We'll be back on live at 11 o'clock to talk more Jets, the Buffalo Bills collapse, hilarious, and Jackson Dart injured again. Sorry to Jackson Dart, a concussion. And the injuries don't stop there for Jackson Dart fighting out there as well. But everybody, keep it real. Enjoy a Victory Monday. And in the wise words of Aaron Glenn,
who wanna fly with the
Amen, AG. Amen. Enjoy a Victory Monday, everybody, and we'll see you again soon. Take care, baby. We appreciate you.